Hey guys, this is a pick a card reading on how do men view me. I don't think I've done this for a while, so I'm gonna do a new version. And you have three options. This is pile number one, pile number two, and pile number three. I am using the African American Tarot, and here we go. So, how do men view pile number one? How do men view pile number one? We have the Fool, the Emperor. Okay, you guys are showing a lot of Aries energy. May have it in your chart. If you do not, it's just that's the energy you're giving off. You're giving off, I do what I want, and you cannot tell me nothing otherwise. Okay? Don't tell me what to do. You don't own me. That's what you're giving. That's what you're giving. Okay? So, oh my gosh. Okay, let me just get the rest of the cards out. Then I'll get into it. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay, very defensive energy also. You guys might not like this reading, but I gotta keep it real. Gotta keep it real. Then we have the King of Wands. And then we have... Whoa. That's too many cards. I'm not taking all that. I don't think so. I only wanted one more. How do men view pile number one? I said I only wanted one more. The Nine of Wands reversed. And the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Okay. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Swords reversed. So it is very hard to deceive you, pile number one. These are how these men are feeling out here. Whether you're a man or woman, whatever your gender, the men are starting to feel like, you see how sad this lion is? He's upset, but the card's reversed. So the way I'm interpreting it is this man is upset because he can't trick you. He can't get his way. Whatever he says, you're not going to believe it, basically. Because it's just, you just know what certain men are up to, and you know what they're trying to do, and you know what their aim is, and you're just like, no, like, I'm not sitting here listening to you. You're just going to sell me some dreams, or you're just sugarcoating something to get your way, and I'm just not listening to it. So that's how men are viewing you. They're like, oh, babe, like, you're not even giving me a chance. Like, you're not even letting me explain. And you're just like, no, you don't need to explain nothing, babe. I do what I want. I do what I want, and every day is a new day for me, and every day I'm evolving, and I you guys are giving a vibe of you don't want to be locked down or chained by any man. That's what it's giving. And this isn't to say that that's what men do or anything, but the vibe you're giving them is it is really hard to tame you. Is so hard. Is a mission at this point, and is a mission that they are failing. Um, you have very you go off your instincts basically. It's like if you feel something's weird, you're like, this is weird. I'm not doing this. I'm not participating in this. I'm not doing what you say. I do what I want. I do what I want. That's you lot's phrase. I do what I want. Even if you don't say that, that is the vibe you're giving these men. And you're like, it's nothing to do with baggage. Hold on. You have certain baggage and they have certain baggage, right? And you're just like, I'll deal with my baggage. I don't have to deal with yours, babe. You're trying to talk to me and, you have certain baggage you haven't dealt with and you're trying to make me deal with it as well. And I'm not into it. So you guys are just kind of like, no, sort yourself out. I'll sort myself out and I will deal with my stuff. I will deal with my emotional problems and I will deal with all my other problems too. And I will sort my life out in a good way. And you guys are very curious individuals. You're very curious. And you may like traveling, you may like starting new projects and doing new things. And you may feel like some of these men out here are just trying to stop you from doing what you want to do. And the men are picking up on this as well. They're feeling like, how am I going to lock down this one? How am I going to wife this one? How am I going to make this guy my husband if every time they want to do something new and they want to do what they want? So they find it very hard to get close to you. And they find it very hard to dupe you. And I'm sorry, but the Seven of Swords is not a good sign. Maybe when it comes to, certain other aspects. But with love, it's never really good to be, it's never good to have the Seven of Swords there because it ultimately kind of represents deception in some sense. And in this situation, if it's reversed, they're finding it very hard to deceive you. It's becoming an issue for them. And if it's becoming an issue, that just basically means you're just not an idiot. And some of them wanted you to be an idiot, so it's easy for you to it's easy for them to get their way, but you're just not having it, pal number one. You're just like, no. No. You give off Emperor energy, and is basically a vibe of they find you very wise, because the elephant in this picture gives me the vibe that you're a very wise person. You're very intelligent. You have good memory as well. Some men, they feel like they'll tell you something, and then one day they'll tell you another thing, and you're like, see, that's not what. For example, a guy might tomorrow tell you, oh, I have a child. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. Then you guys talk about other stuff, and then 2 weeks later they'll say like, oh, because I have 3 children, and then they'll continue the conversation. You'll be like, wait, hold on, what? You have 3 children? But you told me you have a child, so how did it get to 3? When did that happen? And they're like, so you just catch people out. Like, you're just like, hold on a minute, that's not what you said before, so why are you saying this now? Like, very much that type of vibe. Or you're kind of like, see, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to take me for a mug because of XYZ. Or you're just like, I know what you're trying to do, but can I explain to you, sir? It's not going to work, basically. But that was a good try. It was a good try. Like, you're just like, no. It's just very hard to take the mickey out of you, kind of one. That is just the vibe I'm getting. And you guys are the men view you as very prideful as well. You take pride in your appearance, and you take pride in your intelligence. And you just do what you want, and you're able to lead. Also, some of you may be CEOs, Some of you may be a manager or a leader in your career, and they view you quite highly in that respect. They do view you highly, but they're just irritated because, you know, for some men, they like to, I have to say some, for some men, they like to dominate, and it is very hard when they can't do that. It's hard for them when they can't do that. There's no dominating you. It just doesn't work. So yeah. And then we have the Seven of Wands. So that gives me a vibe of you guys are just not having anything. Like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. These are like one of the first times I'm reading these cards, right? So they're this little demon looking thing in the corner, and you guys are this child, right? You're this youthful spirit that's just not having it. And this demon's going to say whatever to try and manipulate this child. Obviously, I will read the proper definition of these cards. Like, so I've, as I said, I've read the major arcana, but I will read the minor arcana properly. But intuitively regarding this question, what I'm getting is this guy is trying to tell you all sorts of stuff, trying to manipulate you really, because there's some dark energy here, and you're just sticking out your tongue like, whatever, you tried it. You really tried it. You think I'm listening to you? Nope, I do what I want. How about that? So it's just very much, I do what I want. Do you want to fight? Are you going to try to restrict my freedom? Because it's not going to happen. So are you trying to manipulate me? That's hilarious. Like, a guy will try and manipulate you and you'll laugh in their face. Like, you tried it. What did you expect to gain from what you just said? Do you feel smart? I don't think you do. You just mock them. Like, you mock these guys out here, and you just really, and they're just irritated because they're like, oh, she's not even taking what I'm saying seriously. Some men may try and hurt your feelings, and you're just like, do you think I care? Like, do you think I care what you have to say, bro? Like, no one cares. So it's so sad. You just mock them when they try and do something weird, and they just hate it, really. We have the King of Wands here. Again, guys, you have the King of Wands and the Emperor. You're not a joke. You guys have really strong masculine energy. Whether you are a man or woman, you have some really strong masculine energy. And, excuse me. So really strong masculine energy. And these guys are just like, for some of you emasculate them. So emasculate is kind of a thing where you make them feel like they're not man enough, they're a bit more feminine than you. You make them feel like they're not doing their role properly, because you come off as how a man is traditionally supposed to be, like dominant. And it just makes them feel horrible, really. But they admire it, but they're kind of envious of it at the same time. And what they're really upset about is that they can't control you. Sorry. I'm not saying every man is controlling, because people like to do some weird they like to do some weird stuff when I'm explaining things. But the men that have approached you, I feel like a lot of them have tried to control you. You guys are like, no, babe, you ain't controlling shit around here. Go control your mum. You ain't controlling me. So they're just really upset. And as I said, you're not having it. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. You're standing your ground. If you said, oh, I gotta go to an event tomorrow, and they're like, oh, you know what, just don't do the event, just basically chill with me, and you're like, are you okay? I said I have to go to an event, and I'm going to stick to that. Who do you think you are about, don't go to your event and go and chill with me? Like, what do you think this is? I'm sticking with what I said I was going to do, and I'm going to do it. Oh, I need you to help me with this. Okay, when I'm free, babe, I will help you with whatever you're suggesting I need to help you with. But let me tell you something right now. I have things to do, and I'm going to stick to what I have to do. So you stand your ground, and these men, they really feel like it's annoying. It's annoying. Because why can't you just blow off something for them for once? And you're like, no, babe. No, babe. No. That's not what is going to happen around here. That's not what's going to happen. So there's that. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Listen to me, you're not investing in these guys. You're not investing in them. You're like, no, babe, I'm not doing that. This is them on the floor. You made them feel hurt. They're like, oh my gosh, she's not even investing time in me. I gotta cry now. I gotta go cry in the corner. My chest, it hurts. I can't do this. It's too much. It's too much. And you're just like, yeah, anyways, I'm having fun out here, living my best life with my skeleton. I'm joking. No, but you guys are just like, I'm having fun. I've got other things to chase. And it ain't you. You can sit there all upset. That's your business. I don't care. I don't care if you're upset, because you ain't stopping me living my life. I've got other things I need to invest in, and you are not, what's it called? Is it compulsory? You ain't compulsory, sir. I don't have to invest in you, but I tell you what I do need to invest in. I need to invest in maybe a house. I need to invest in my career. I need to invest in myself, and you just aren't that important, babe. I don't know who told you you was, but... And side note, everyone's important, right? But not when it comes to the expense of yourself. And you guys may feel like these men want you to just, prioritize them over everything in your life. And you're just like, no. I feel very adamant. No, I'm not doing it. I refuse. So... that's just crazy. But that is literally how men view you guys. Part number one. If this reading resonated, you can like and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. But now I'm going to go to part number two. Oh my God. Okay. Don't ask me what these charms are in particular, yeah? I love my sister for getting them for me, but I can't even tell you what that is. It looks like one flower, but I'm not sure. Okay. No, let me sage the place. I really shouldn't, because I'm not gonna lie, guys, I love that energy of part number one. That's the energy we want, but I'm gonna say that because I'm very independent like that as well. But yeah, let's sage the place, because I don't want part number one's energy coming into part number two's energy. Don't want come on, man. This won't burn properly. Okay. Okay, part number two. Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get it. So how do men view how... Oh my gosh, that was not supposed to happen. How do men view pile number two? How do men view pile number two? Okay. What's that? What's that? What way is that? I think that's reversed. Okay, we have the Sun reversed. What is that about? Okay. We also have the Queen of Swords reversed. Oh, you guys, right now, you guys are coming across as heartbreakers. You hurt these men's feelings. Yeah, I'm going to tell you that right now. You are strong with the silent treatment. You are strong with the cut-off game. If it has to happen, it has to happen. You're like, oh, cut. I don't need to deal with this. You're not sitting here. So you see the Queen of Swords upright. She's just sitting here arguing. She's just talking to this girl like, why you never do this and this properly? That she's cussing up the place. But you see when it's reversed, she's not talking. It's done now. There's no talking. Is if this guy does something weird that you don't like, oh, cut. I'm not even explaining myself to you. You know why? Because you should know what you did. Thank you very much. Okay. So, and they're just upset because they're like, oh, because you're just not having it. You're not even going to hear out their excuse. You're just like, no. You're done. You're done out here. Go speak to someone else because you taking for fool me. You taking for an idiot because I know you don't think it's me. So, yeah, you guys, when you're ready to block. You're ready to delete numbers and you're ready to go missing. And they're like, oh. Okay. How do men view power number 2? You guys just aren't having it. You guys aren't having it. I'll take the one that fell. We have the Hanged Man. Okay. And we also have Justice. I remembered the card. I was like, no, I know this card. I'm not going to go in the instruction manual and try and find. I know what it is, guys. It's the Justice card, okay? Okay, with the Hanged Man. Let's go. Can I see how men view power number 2, please? And we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. Right. And then we have the Five of Pentacles upright. Okay. So I think this is how you make them feel. I don't think this represents you because you do not care. You guys are like, whatever. You are not important in my life. I don't even have time to fight with you. Whatever. So, as I was saying, what's so interesting about it is these men feel like when you're ready, you will sacrifice a lot for people that you love. You're someone that's very sacrificial. I hope that's the correct word. When you're ready, you will give to others, even if it inconveniences you a bit. Because you're a very fair person. You're very fair. You're like, okay, cool. This is the thing. When you cut off people, so for some of you, I'm not going to lie, some of you aren't trying to hear the man's point of view after they do something weird. You're like, yeah, you're done out here, cut. I'm not talking to you. But then some of you are like, okay, cool. Let me hear what you have to say. And if I feel like it's logical, sorry, not even if I feel that, like if it is logical, because you guys are very logical people, because a lot of sword energy is in this reading. If I feel like what you have to say is logical, then I will keep the connection. But if what you're saying is some emotional manipulation bullshit, I'm not listening to this, and you will get cut because I don't have time for it. Excuse my language for people that don't like swearing. But it's just literally a thing where if they're not making no sense and they're not being fair, you are cutting them off. But if the person's fair, then if what they have to say is reasonable, then you're like, all right, cool. We're good. Because that was a logical explanation and a fair explanation as to why you did what you did. Fine. But you guys have a lot of Libra, Taurus energy going on with you guys. Some of you have Pisces, Leo energy. But either way, there's a lot of air energy. So even whether you're them signs or not, or you have them in your chart, you're just a very logical person. So men view you as logical, even probably to the point where you're a bit icy. There's that. Where pile number one, it was more fiery energy. You guys come off as ice, cold, and logical. If you don't make sense, you got to go. I ain't got time for it. So when you cut off people, the men know it was for good reasons, because you are someone that does a lot for other people. So they're like, all right, cool, I deserved that. But wow, I didn't think she was going to cut me off like that. Like, whatever you do is to them is truly deserved. And they know this because they know your character. So you have boundaries. You're like, I'm loving and I'm caring. But the minute you take the mickey, not even I'm loving and caring, that's not the vibe I'm getting. The vibe I'm getting is I will do anything for you. Even if it inconveniences me a bit. But if you take the piss, if you violate me or say something silly to the point where you're disrespecting me, you can go, you can go. And I'm not going to feel no type of way, because I'm the sort of person that sacrifices a lot for other people. So it's not a problem, babe. Bye. So they're just like, wow. And then they're unhappy. They're unhappy after you stop speaking to them. They're unhappy about you in general, because you're the sort of person where you do a lot for someone and then you'll just cut them off. And when you're gone, they are unhappy because they're like, oh my gosh, I took an L. I've lost pile number 2. How am I going to find someone like pile number 2? Like, everything they did was just fair, and they did a lot as well. So it's crazy. It's like karma. Like, the whole vibe of about you is like, this is karma for something they did, or this is their karma. That's why they're being treated like this. There's just this element of karma they feel after they've experienced you, basically. And some of them will talk about you. What can I clarify why? I need to know why, because if Napoleon is such a great person, why are you talking rubbish about them? No, I only want one card. That's too many cards. Now, why are you talking rubbish about pile number? Yeah, bad. Okay, cool. That's weird that I said karma and the Wheel of Fortune came out, but it came out in reverse. So they basically, that's what it is. They tell people that now I'm going to get bad karma because I did something bad to pile number 2. They're like, some bad stuff is going to happen to me. Some of you, they feel like you're probably a witch or a bad one basically. So if they feel like you come with bad energy, they feel like you're gonna hex them or do some next curse on them or something like that. For those of you where they feel like you're a very good person, like a good witch, for example, they feel like you're someone that's like, you know what, I ain't got to do nothing to you. I'm chilling, and I'm cool, and I'm gonna let the universe deal with you because I was good to you. So if something bad happens to you after, that's your business, because I did what I was supposed to do regarding my connection with you. So they're really scared. So they could be telling people, oh my gosh, either pile number 2 is going to hex me, or I'm going to get some really, really bad karma for messing with pile number 2. So there's this energy of the universe going to get them for what they did, basically. And for a lot of them, they feel like bad karma has reached them after they've done something horrible to you. And they're like, this has happened to me because I messed with pile number 2. I just know it. And then the 10 of Swords is reversed at the bottom of the deck. So that gives me the vibe of they wish they could take back everything they did to you. But they can't. They feel like if they say sorry, you'll just attack them. You'll have a lot to verbally say about them. You'll just basically destroy their life verbally. You'll just be like, okay, but I don't know why you're coming back and saying sorry to me, because didn't you do this, and this the other day? And how do you explain this? And then you went around and did this and you thought that was okay. And look at your life. Look at your life, because you did it. Like, they'll just feel like, oh my gosh, this girl or this guy is just gonna, they're gonna rinse out the whole of my life. They're gonna say what I did wrong, everything, and I just can't deal with that. Some of you may have been dealing with narcissistic men. And some of you, these men have just made a simple mistake, but they know that you're just going to rip into them with all this logic and they're just going to feel very attacked. So they're like, do you know what, I feel sorry for what I did to pile number 2, but I'm not going to apologize, because they're just going to attack me and it's going to be really, really horrible what they have to say. So there's that. But if you resonate with this reading, like and subscribe to my channel, and if you would like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. But now I'm going to go to pile number 3. This, if you chose pile number 3, the unicorn. I know that one's a unicorn, so what? You better lose your job. Why am I singing that? What did you guys do? Did you guys do something to a guy regarding his job? Because you are detaining me for nothing. What's that got to do with anything? Okay, well, we'll see if that had anything to do with anything. Okay. How do men view pile number 3? Nope, you need to wait because I'm doing a reading. Okay. How do men feel about pile number 3? No, that's too many cards. Okay. Okay, cool. So we have the King of Swords reverse. Okay. Then we have the Temperance card reverse. So I'm going to say now, guys, you're kind of seeming like there's like 2 extremes. Some of you are coming across a bit like a... some of you are coming off quite controlling, but to the point where it doesn't make any sense to them. So... and you guys may not feel as controlling, but to them, they may feel like you want things a specific type of way, but you want it that way and it's unreasonable. And the reason why I say unreasonable, because the Temperance card is next to the King of Swords reverse, which is giving me, men may feel like you might be a bit emotionally unstable, because they're like, how can you demand something and it doesn't make sense to demand it? This is very rude. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't even know how to make that sound really, really nice. But yeah. For some of you, it could just be a thing of you will give, it's similar to pile number 2, you'll give silent treatment. But the issue is, with pile number 2, they gave silent treatment, but it was for good reason. They feel like you give silent treatment and... like that's not right. Like, why would you do that? There was no logical reason as to why you did that. Like, you'll just randomly just stop talking to them, or you'll stop talking to them over something minor, and they're like, are you all right? Like, are you well? Which is really rude, but that's what I'm picking up. I actually, because both of the cards, when they're reversed, they both have negative meaning. There's no way I can really make that sound sweet, and on my channel I keep it real. So I'm so sorry, guys, but let me see if there's any more information, because I want to understand why in depth they would feel like that. Okay, that's all. All right, let's do this. These cards are a bit. These cards in particular, not this deck, but the cards that are coming out for your reading, they're scaring me a bit. But all right, one moment. Let's do this in order. We have, I think this is the page of cups. And then we have this is the Hierophant reversed. Okay. Guys, you're not going to like this message. I'm not going to lie. But I am going to keep it real. Then we have the Ten of Wands reversed. So this is it upright. And we're going to go with reverse. I have to put it as reverse so I can read it properly. Okay, so with the Page of Cups. Okay, hold on. And then the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay, this is just rude. Pile number 3, I'm so sorry for what I'm about to say, but you had to know. You just had to know. So the Nine of Pentacles at the Nine of Pentacles, that was weird. The Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Oh, I sang in the beginning, you are about to lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing. Basically, you guys men feel like you will basically punish them or insult them or penalize them over something that wasn't worthy of doing that to. There was no reason for you to be that harsh towards them. That's how they feel, basically. It was for nothing. You behaved this way for nothing, basically. But anyways, the Nine of Cups reversed, basically, the men kind of feel like you're not really satisfied with what they have to offer you. And if any type of man comes to you, even if they're very different, you're just like, no, like, I don't even want you. I'm not happy with you. So they're just like, so what makes you happy then? Like, what do you like? And if you have stated what you like, they're like, what you like is impossible to be that. It's impossible to give you that. So I don't understand. Like, they may feel like you're living in this fairy tale bubble of what you demand them, and they're just kind of like, what? Like, what you want doesn't exist, basically. I'm not saying that. I'm just picking up the energy of them, if that makes sense. So this is you in the water. Like, I feel like you're very beautiful. You know, you have a good body. You look good. Okay, like, you're a very pretty person. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like men are very physically attracted to you. However, there's certain things you may say that they find very vindictive or spiteful, and they're just kind of like, it's really hard to get to you. It's really hard to get to you emotionally. When I say get to you, I mean to bond with you and connect with you, because there's certain things you want that they feel like they can't give you, and they feel like you make it hard for them to be in a connection with you because they don't understand what it is you want. And as I said, if you have stated what you want, they feel like that, how does anyone but be that? Like, how can I be that? You want me to be something I'm not. And I would say some constructive criticism. If this is a group, for example, guys, and I'll be real, and I learned this the hard way, so I'll be really real with you guys for 2 seconds. If, for example, me personally, I want a respectable man. I want a man that, will, it has contributed towards society. He's a good person, someone in a good profession. Like, do you know what I mean? But when I was younger, I would talk to these guys. They're just bums. They didn't do nothing with their life. And I thought, oh, do you know what? Like, it's fine. They'll probably improve. No one's perfect. But what happened? I spoke to them and they had some really horrible, nasty behavior. And what I expected from them was to treat me with respect. But the thing is, they didn't even respect themselves. So why was I talking to them? Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you guys are expecting a donkey to be a Pegasus, and the donkey would never be a Pegasus. Why are you asking a donkey to be a Pegasus? It's not going to happen. Go and look for a Pegasus. Stop talking to donkeys. Like, that's what I will say to you guys. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. If you want to adopt us, don't be talking to drug dealers. Don't be talking to certain people that just aren't, on that level. So that's what I'm basically trying to say. Ultimately, don't talk to, do not talk, do not expect a donkey to be a Pegasus. That's the best way I could put that. I know you guys know what I mean by that. So is a thing where, so let me explain. I don't think you guys are crazy. Like what you're saying you want, you absolutely deserve. But the type of men that you will entertain, they're trash. You cannot expect a trash guy to give you all these good things that you deserve. He's not going to give it to you because he doesn't even give it to himself. Do you know what I mean? So I am going to say that as some advice for you guys, pile number 3. I get what you tried to do, but you're trying to do it with the wrong person. Okay. Anyways, because these men are just not on the level you want them to be at, because they're just not, and it's because they don't want to try. There's only so much you can blame your environment. Yeah, you just don't want to try. Let's just keep it real. So they just feel like, you're just nice. You're someone, where it's nice to be intimate with, but they wouldn't take you seriously. And the reason they're not going to take you seriously, it's not because you're a whore or anything, or you're not worth being taken seriously, but it's because you attract these. You would probably attract everyone, but you entertain these men that ain't shit. Sorry, I'm gonna keep it real. You entertain these men that have nothing to give you, that don't even respect themselves, so they're not gonna commit to you like at all, and they're gonna view you as someone to mess around with, and then they're gonna drop you, and then they're gonna call you crazy because they can't be a decent person because they don't want to be a decent person, and all you're asking for is a decent person. So yeah, and they just feel like eventually they're just gonna give up on you because you're gonna keep asking for something that you deserve that they're not gonna give you. So they're just like, so ultimately it's a line of, yeah, I'll entertain this person, I'm not gonna take them seriously. I know I'm not gonna take them seriously, but I'm not gonna tell them that. And then on top of that, I'm just gonna dash them. Like I'm just gonna like not speak to them again. But they're probably not gonna speak to me anyway, because they want me to be a way I'm not. So it's either you're going to stop talking to them because you're not getting what you want, or they're just going to drop you because you expect them to be a certain way that they will never be because they don't want to be that way. So, yeah. So that's basically what it's saying, guys. It's basically saying that you are unattainable. Not unattainable, that you expect too much of these men, but you are expecting too much from waste men. They're waste men. That's what I'm going to tell you guys. They're waste men, or we're talking about men, right? Yeah. You're chatting to waste men. Stop chatting to waste men. Level up, as Sierra says. Level up. Do not talk to them anymore. Then you won't be in this situation. And I'm not saying it in a condescending way. I'm saying it in a way of, I've been there, guys, and I'm telling you right now, I stopped talking to these waste men because what are you not really doing? You're not doing nothing. Like, go waste someone else's daughter's life. You ain't wasting my life, I tell you that much. That's what you need to be saying, okay? So stop talking to them. If this reason resonates, you can like and subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. Bye, guys.